I thought that was a real cat, and it's not. It's a stone
pig.
Pig. Jesus Christ, there's two of them.
I love going to places like
Why is
this.
it sort of deceptively odd, isn't it?
Can you hold that?
Yeah.
I brought
2003.
Yeah, that's actually the most modern one that I've got. I have got an older one.
But this won't have some roads on it that now exist. I can't. The map is.
Can you not handle it? I love laying out the area on paper rather than doing this with your fingers.
Because it's on. We're sort of going up here, you know.
I love the fact it's coloured as well. Oh, Gamlingay, that was it. That was
really
the place
strange?
I was going to take us to. Gamlingay.
Well, let's go there then.
Called Gamlingay, is it?
No, Gamlin.
It is Gamlin.
Gamlingay.
What was that? A pheasant?
No, it's just a magpie. Just had to salute it.
Are you superstitious?
I am, and I am desperately trying to sort of make sure my children aren't, because I get it from my mum. She was very superstitious,
Really?
and she said I tried not to pass it on to you, but unfortunately, when you have so many ludicrous little things that you know are stupid, you can't help it. So I sort of, do you know what I do now? And it took years for my wife to figure out that I was saluting magpies, because I do it like this. If we're in the car with her or something like that, I do a kind of.
Really?
Yeah.
I just can't believe you're superstitious.
I know,
You're far too intelligent.
It's fucking stupid.
It is.
Don't get me started. Do you know what? I've kind of. There's another one.
What do you have to do to the second one?
Just salute it. Just think, I'm not even clear on the rules, because some people think that 2 you don't have to or something. But
Is it 1 you're definitely going to die? 2 you're okay?
Don't
3.
Go on, have it.
But like whenever you watch Live and Let Die, do you think that Jane?
Which is every week.
Do you think that? Do you believe Jane Seymour and the cards?
No. Do you know what? They don't bother me.
The cards?
Yeah, cards don't bother me. It's generally magpies, and not putting new shoes on the table is a big one, which my wife sometimes, she sort of almost goes, you know, she'll buy a new pair of shoes and she'll go, "Ooh, I'm hovering them over the table just to fuck with me," and I just go, I don't. Obviously, that is the most nonsensical of, yeah, you know. Obviously, the magpies makes total sense, but the shoes on the table.
Shoes on the table.
I've trained myself out of doing the thing where, like, you know, walking on the street, if I can walk past that lamppost before that car coming towards me goes past, then something that I'm thinking about will definitely happen in a good way.
What?
Do you not do that?
No! I can't believe you're
so, like,
even slightly superstitious. The only thing I do is I count. You know when you go into a gents' toilets and you've got to stand at a big urinal with loads of other people, I count myself in so that I can start a waz quicker. That's
count yourself in?
So I can count 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, and I know I'll piss instantly. You know, because sometimes you get that stage fright thing where it's busy, you need a wee, but it won't come out as quick as you want it to.
Yeah, but...
Well, then I've learned how to just do a countdown, and I can intro my own piss, and it works.
In your head, are you doing like they do with TV studios, where they're going 5?
It's exactly
4.
like that. Yes. Yeah. I prefer to liken it to British Rally, where there's a guy leaning over the windscreen.
They're allowed to count because they're not going to crash sound. Yeah.
And then, you're on the. You've got launch control on.
So your bladder is going.
I've got anti-lag bladder.
I mean,
that's what I'm doing at the trough.
I don't even count that as superstition. That's just.
It's not superstition. I don't know why I even brought it because
That's just something else.
I walk under ladders to watch what other people,
really,
genuinely, to watch what other people react like, because I'm like, well,
it's on your head, isn't it? I mean, possibly,
it is actually
literally.
on my
That's where, see, that kind of superstition obviously comes from a very sensible place, which is don't walk under ladders because something might get dropped on you. But and same with, you know, there's that thing about like lighting cigarettes. Never light more than 2 cigarettes off the same match. And I think that just came from the trenches, because you just don't want to light, you know, bright lights to be that clear for that long,
in case
someone just starts
again.
shooting at you. But magpies makes no sense. Shoes on the table makes no sense. I know this.
What other ones are there?
There's lots of little ones that I don't even know I do, and then I realise.
Is it colours? Colours are bad luck, aren't they? And is that right?
Yeah, my mum said green cars were unlucky.
Yeah, and that's true. My parents bought a green car brand new.
Well,
and I learned to drive in it.
And did anything bad happen?
Did anything bad happen to that car? Dad had a tow bar fitted because he said if anyone ever goes into the back of us, it won't damage the car. And 2 people went into the back of us. So I don't know if that's good or bad luck or not. We're in Gamlingay.
Gamlingay. What is it all about in Gamlingay?
That Vauxhall Omega just pulled out in front of me from the farm shop. So obviously it's lunchtime. He realised I do this frequently. You go to the fridge and think, I'm just going to make myself a cheeky omelette for lunch.
Yep.
No eggs. He's got straight in the Omega and he's absolutely clogged it out of that junction. And we're supposed to be in a 40 limit.
He's going for it now because you think he's on his way back for this country living. This is what you do. You go, I haven't got any eggs, I'll just go and get some from the source. There's
an old lady round the corner from me and she's got purple hair and she sells eggs.
Horses.
What? Yeah, there's horses.
No, so there's a mate of mine who he doesn't like silence very much.
Silence?
He doesn't like silence. He doesn't like if you're in the car. He doesn't like silence. And he'll often try and fill silence.
Yeah, I know people like that. I think I've just done a wrong thing.
And we were driving on a motorway once, and there was a silence because it was a comfortable silence. Someone I've known for years.
Yeah.
And then just inexplicably, extremely high volume, he just went, "Horses!" And it made me jump so much I almost stuffed it into the central reservation.
Like a sort of Brian Blessed kind of...
Yeah, he doesn't even talk like that. He just sort of bellowed the word horses.
But he's scared of car silences.
Yeah, and he will just involuntarily yelp. Look, there's an Avantime.
Oh, wow. You're an intelligent guy.
Really?
The other day I was watching a 60s drama of some sort, like the Avengers. I can't. It might have been Randall and Hopkirk. I don't know.
So what? One that's from the 60s as opposed to set in the 60s.
Oh yeah, it's from the 60s, and it made me realise. And then I watched a James Bond, a 70s James Bond in the last week or so. At what point did somebody say, when there needs to be energetic incidental music, go with the bongo drums?
Because they're the most energetic of all instruments.
So energetic, but it became par for the course. It was like 60s and 70s. If there was a car chase, action, fighting, high energy, go for the bongo. And I don't know how that started. Who started that?
Because it's naturally energetic. I mean, if anything, we need it back. We need more bongoing. It's
more bongo.
I don't know. Are you raising an objection here? Because
I love it.
I'm going to disagree with you.
I mean, I like it, but I was trying. Who convinced the person that needed convincing in a film? They're like, right, I know what we're going to use here. We're going to go really heavy with fast.
Well, I mean, if you think about sort of some of the people who scored those 60s films, Quincy Jones used to be a music supervisor on films, and that.
Yeah, Lalo
Schifrin, who was obviously
Roy Budd.
Yeah, now I'd imagine these are all musically very talented people, and so they would naturally be drawn to the bongos because why not?
I'd like to be able to play it really
you can't have slow bongos. It doesn't work, so it naturally has energy to it. It's hectic.
You know, like a Mardi Gras situation, it's really hectic. There's so much going on. There's always a trumpet, there's always bongos.
Yeah. But that's the thing, we see the bongo, in fact, there's a purity to it because it is not hectic. It's busy in itself, but at the same time, there's nothing else crashing in the mix, so it means you can leave a bit of... You can leave a bit of the sync sound up as well, and just pump a bongo over the top. You put music over the top. It's like you could even have a bit of dialogue. You could certainly, if there's a fight, you can have and it's not interfering with it. You're going, did he go or was that on the track? Was that a vocal on a track? No, because it's just a bongo.
There's no. You've got a really bloody good point.
That's why the bongo brings energy without being overwhelming.
It's high energy and it's busy, but it's not hectic.
It's just,
is that right?
And that's
it's not chaotic.
Perfect,
it's not chaotic.
But it also is naturally fast and energetic. But a bongo player who's slowing everything down is certainly not going to be a good accompaniment to Roger Moore karate chopping a man in a fez. According to this map, this is the bang centre of Cockayne Hatley, and it is 1209. Cockayne Hatley is an old place.
It is a part of Bedford. Very old part of Bedfordshire.
God. Why is that hut there? There's no bus stop. It's just a hut.
It's Hotel California, but Cockayne Hatley. Welcome to the Cockayne Hatley.
That hut has no purpose, or is it that...
It's a no-through road. Why would you have a bus stop on a no-through road?
Could you go up to it? Because it looks like there's a bus map in the back of it, but for why?
Such a lonely place. Such a big disgrace. Keeping it real in the dirty old Cockayne Hatley. Any time of year. Do you ever go down no-through roads like this to see what is really there? Because you'll never go through it, because you can't. You don't know anyone that lives down there?
Well, no, now, yes.
Cockayne Hatley.
But now we're going to get clocked by people down here because no one comes down here unless...
It's a short detour.
Actually, what we look like are people who can't look at signs.
What? I can't see.
Well, because there's a big
what goes on?
no through road sign, and we have relentlessly.
What goes on in Cockayne Hatley? There's a very tidy front lawn back there.
There's a lot of tidiness down here, isn't there? And named houses. All the houses have got names, obviously.
Yeah. I can see a
Saab 9000. There's a Saab enthusiast down here because
there's a 9000.
There's an XJR there as well. Look at that, 2 Saab 9000s.
Double Saab action
on the triple spokers.
Oh, look at that. Look at that.
Really
2.3 turbo, a CSE and a CS.
Really like Saabs.
Is one a donor? It's parked in front of a garage. It's not garaged. It's
There's more Saabs in there. That's why.
Is there more? Do you think?
Yeah, of course. These people can't stop at 2. Saab.
Oh, I nearly drove into the hedge.
Saab people. There's a nice old Land Rover pickup.
Is there an Amish barn being put up?
I think that might be. That looks like it's coming down.
That looks so rickety.
Jesus,
you could shout at it and it would fall down.
Horses! Oh God,
that's a really nice ropey old Land Rover, isn't it?
On some disco one wheels.
Yeah, that looks the patina.
Where are you? What's your plan?
I'm just looking at it.
What's your plan here? So I always say to the dog, when the dog does stupid stuff, I say it to the kids sometimes as well. When the dog does something stupid, like gets herself wedged down somewhere, and I always go, "What's your plan here?" She never has one.
Mowing without a grass box, though.
Mowing. Oh, look at the old transit camper, sliding door on it as well.
Right, we're turning around because we have to. We're in a field now.
What a strange place.
Yeah, it is, but that's the adventures we go on. It's the kind of places I take.
No, what does that say? No right of way. No horses.
No horses.
Fuck off, horses. It's quite pretty. This. Look at that. That's a nice vista.
It's a really good field.
Vista,
Do you know, I look at fields like that and I think, can you imagine after
bloody good vista?
I would have 6 shots of vodka mixer, and I'd get on a really unhealthy motocross bike.
Oh right.
That can't stop wheeling.
Yeah.
And I'd get all cocky and I'd just come out and just strike it up.
They'd be over there in that house. They'd be sitting out of an evening. They'd be like, oh God, Johnny for number 7's on his scrambler again.
I'd be like a really shit Keith Moon.